Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and any pets you may have. Today is going to be a busy day. I'm going to go and pick the caravan up, bring it home, and we're going to clean it from top to bottom to get it ready for Friday, which is the start of our season, our first trip out. So I'm going to video throughout the day various little things that we're going to be doing to make sure it's spick and span and ready. I'm also going to be testing a new microphone. I did put on that I was looking possibly for getting a new microphone, and Steve from the Happy Travellers suggested this, which is a Rode video micro. I'm not going to do a review on it because there's millions of them online. If you want to have a look at it, go and have a look at it online. So hopefully the sound's going to be okay. If it's not, just let me know. So let's crack on. Let's get up to the caravan and bring it down back. So this is our storage site. It's a Caravan Storage Site Owners Association. It's a gold award. I'm not going to let you know how I get in here because that's top secret. But like a lot of sites here, this one has got an automatic gate, and I have to wait until the gate's completely closed before I actually move away. With the actual gold award, it has to have certain facilities on the site, and it's got CCTV, it's got secure fencing all the way around the site. The actual caravan, the storage owner has a list of every caravan that's on the storage site. He has the chassis numbers of the caravan, the VIN registration, and the make and model of the caravan, so he definitely knows, if anything happens while you're away and you know your caravan's been taken, he has all the details here. So that's the car all connected up. I'm just going to raise the jockey wheel to make sure that the car is definitely connected. It lifts the car up, so I'm happy with that. One thing I never do, is I don't put the stabiliser on until I've got virtually out of the storage facility, because there's quite a lot of tight corners and I don't want to put any extra strain on the dampers within the stabiliser. So I'm just going to leave that off for the moment, and then I'll go around and do my checks when I'm straight. So I'm just going to go around and do the walk around check every time I take the caravan out. Obviously I'm going to check the indicators. Because I'm on my own, I can't check the brake lights. The handy thing with the indicators in this vehicle, and probably all modern wiring when you've had a tow bar fitted, is, I know you can hear that, the beep in the boot there tells me that the indicators are working. If they're not working, it must break the circuit, and then obviously, it doesn't beep. So I've had a problem once with my right indicator, and obviously it wasn't beeping, so I knew that was a problem when I was coming back from France. So I'm just going to walk around and do the check. So I'll leave those on. It's just started to rain, so I'm not going to be too slow about it. This is at this point. I'm going to put the stabiliser down on there. That's quite stiff because I renewed the dampers just before Christmas, so that's quite stiff, that one. So what I always do as well is go around and check that everything's shut, locked, windows. Just check all the windows. Check all the cabinets. They're all locked. Then do my light check. Them bulbs are a lot brighter that I put in for the indicator. So I just go around and make sure. Okay, we're all secure, let's get it home. So the first task to do, which is not a great task, is to get it on my driveway. And my driveway is not designed for a caravan, so I have to be quite careful backing it on. I'm okay because I used to drive Class 1 HGV vehicles, so I'm quite good at reversing. But to be honest with you, if I had a motor mover, I would definitely be using it. There's no shame in using a motor mover. So here we go. I've not done this for a while. Andrew's just going to watch the back corner. Watch that back corner. Okay, so that's the Caravan securely on the driveway. We've got it chalked, got the steadies down. I'm just going to start on the inside, and I'm just going to do a few jobs on the outside. It's quite a snug fit. I can also, while I'm up here upstairs looking out the window, I can also have a look at the roof as well to see how clean that is and whether that needs a clean. Okay, so the first job that I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the pipes out, because obviously it's been sat since November, and all the water pipes, it could have lots of germs and grime in there. So I'm going to use this Pura Clean. I'm going to put that into the aqua roll and then draw that in through the Caravan, and then draw it in through all the taps. Now it says on here that you should leave this for 1 to 12 hours. I'm going to put it in and I'm going to leave it for about 4 or 5 hours and then flush it through a couple of times. So we actually use this stuff maybe about 2 or 3 times a year just to make sure the pipes are nice and clean. So I put the Pura Clean in the aqua roll and I'm starting to draw it through. The pump's working now, as you can see behind me, and that's just drawing all the water through into the actual storage tank, and then what I'm going to do is run it through into the taps. And I'm just going to run the tap. It's going to get quite a lot of air in this, I would imagine. Quite a bit of spluttering. Doing the nearest tap to the pump first. The Caravan's not quite level, that's why it's catching water there. That's coming through quite well, that really. Let's try the hot. This'll splutter quite a bit. Okay, it's starting to come through. You've got to obviously keep it running until it's running quite easy. You don't want it still spluttering. There's still a little bit of air in there, as you can see. It's spluttering a little bit. So when it starts running freely, which is more about now, I'll switch that off and then work my way back to the taps at the back of the van. So I'll do the cold first. That should just run quite easily, and then I'm just going to switch it over to the hot. A bit of spluttering now, so just let it splutter until it all runs quite clean, well, quite easy through. I'm also going to do, we don't use the shower, but I'm going to do that as well, just so all the pipes are clean within the van. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm just going to get the shower head, put that out the window, and basically just turn it on. So we'll do the cold first. It's running out quite freely, and then we'll do the hot. Okay, that's fine. So that's all the pipes full of water now. I'm just going to let that sit for about 5 hours and then drain it down. We're going to crack on with cleaning the rest of the Caravan. Now, we don't use anything special really. We just use normal household cleaners. We give the fridge a really good clean. And clean all the cupboards out, make sure the cupboards are all clean with antibacterial, and then we're going to hoover the Caravan, hoover all the bed and hoover all the settees and everything to make sure it's absolutely spotless clean. And then I'm also going to wash it hopefully this afternoon when the weather brightens up. So let's see what we've got in the cupboard. Fenwick's cleaner. I use this black streak remover. It's quite good. It does get some of the streaks off, but not all of them, so I'm going to probably try some different products. Fenwick's Caravan cleaner, I use that. It's only concentrate, so I just put a cap full in, and what I do is I actually dilute it inside this tub to squirt on the Caravan. I seem to have 3 bottles of rinse. Now the reason why I've got 3 is because when I buy them in special offer in twin packs, and I used more blue than I used the rinse, so I've ended up with actually 3 of those. Other cleaning products that I use Autoglym, which is really good for the Caravan. I do the front and the back in this, it looks really good, and last year I decided to clean the side of the van, and I did one section of it, and realised when I stood back that I'm now going to have to do the rest of the van. So it took me about 4 hours to do the whole van with the Autoglym, but it was worth it in the end. And also a good small tin of trusted WD-40. Don't go anywhere without it. Okay, so I'm just going to clear the front locker out and see what sort of rubbish I've got in here and what I can get rid of and what I don't need. There's probably some stuff in here that I've not used for ages, so I'm just going to try and get rid of that. Brush. Keep that. Handle. Keep that. That's for my waste. I need to keep that. This is my gauge from the nose weight. I bought a calibrated Millennico one, which works really well. Usually I find about 75 kilograms, in between 75 and 80 kilograms when it's fully loaded. I've a rub that I put in the awning, so I'll put that back in eventually. String, always handy to have a bit of string. That could do with cleaning. That's obviously the pipe that we use for filling the aqua roll up when we're on not a full service pitch, so I'll just have to clean that. These are the burners that we use for the like the scented candles. So keep them for when it's nice warm weather. Those are the sticks that we put in. I think we've got 4 of those. Gas spanner, definitely need to keep that. Has anybody got one of these? It's a gas level indicator. Does it work? No. It probably does if you could persevere with it. I've never been able to check it really. It doesn't really work, so I might get rid of that. That's the block I use for when I'm doing my nose weight. I just put that on the floor and put the Millennico nose weight gauge on there so it's nice and level. Got my waste master in there. I'm going to keep that in, and the wheels, I always take the wheels off and put the wheels behind it so I can actually fit it in. Bungee cord, always have a bungee cord or a couple of bungee cords. Always come in handy for tying things down. I also always have 2 pairs of work gloves as well for when we're packing up at the end of the day or putting the hose, wheels on, something like that. It's handy just to have those and you don't get your hands absolutely filthy. So this is my water connection for when I go on to fully serviced pitches. It's obviously a water grade hose pipe, but I actually fitted different ends on the end. These I bought these from B&Q, about £7 each, and they're just a bit more secure, a bit more sturdy. They stop end, so when you use these, the water won't come up. I've got one of these, which is, I think they're, I think that's about 7.5 metres. But what I did for the fully serviced site, sometimes you need 2, so I bought that one, I've got that one, and I've also got one of these ones that just folds up, and again I've got the different fittings on there, and that's the connection on the end there to connect those 2 together. Waste pipe, I have various lengths of waste pipe. In total I've got about 20 metres of it, but it does come in handy when we're going on fully serviced sites and the waste is just a little bit further away. I also take this fitting with me for washing the van when I get on site. I always like to clean it off, any road dirt or anything like that, any grease on it. I just give it a quick wash off to make sure it's nice and clean and it's not sat for it'll be there for a week. I don't want it sitting there and it being horribly dirty, so I just take that and then I can clean the van off. And I think that's it in my front locker. I'm just going to put it all back in, then it's nice and neat. Okay, so Angela spent a couple of hours on the van now, cleaning it from top to bottom inside. I've just been doing jobs outside. As you can see, now it's absolutely spotless. It's the cleanest Caravan in the world. All the cupboards have been cleaned out, antibacterial. We've just found one little problem, and that the shower tap at the seal here, just at the top, is leaking a little bit. So I'm not sure whether that's because the caravan's not level. I don't really know. I'm going to have a look at that and see how much it's going to cost me whether I can get the seals or whether I have to replace the full tap. So everything's been absolutely spotlessly cleaned. All the cupboards cleaned inside and outside. I've taken quite a bit of stuff out that I didn't need. So now I'm going to wash it. I know it's raining, it's not great, but I am going to wash the Caravan just to get a bit of the grease off it and dirt off it. It has been uncovered for the last couple of weeks because of I had a split in the cover. So I'm going to go ahead now and do that. We just got to put some stuff back in the pots and pans that we've just put through the dishwasher to make sure they're nice and clean. Okay, I'm going to wash the Caravan off now. First of all, I'm just going to give it a rinse off. It's important that when you, well, I found out that it's important when you do this, don't use a jet wash, because if you use a jet wash on your Caravan, it can be too powerful and it can knacker the seals. So I always just use a nice gentle squirty one. I've got this one's got all different settings on it, so I just once I've rinsed part of the van off, I'm then going to squirt some of this concentrate of that cleaner on it. Okay, I've left that to soak in for a while, and then I'm going to get the brush and just give it a good scrub. Start from the top and work my way down. I tend to do section by section, so I'll do up to this front first locker, swirl that off and then move on. Right, that's it, Caravan clean, all ready for Friday. It's back up at the storage place, nice and secure. I'm going to go up to, I think, Campbell's Caravans now, just to see whether I can get another tap or seals for that in the bathroom and get that fixed before we go on Friday. So thank you for watching. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon with some more bits and bobs. Thank you. Bye bye.